It's precisely 1:15. This is the news on Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News is edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Sabrina Zawahir. First, the headlines. The overall corona cases reported from the country exceeds 52,000. The necessary data needed to monitor the vaccines to be given for the eradication of COVID-19 virus could be given on Monday. A joint program to promote tourism industry in sanctuary zones. Several solutions were provided to people in Himbiakkada village under the program Gama Samaga Pilisandarak. And in world news, Trump impeached for inciting US Capitol riot. Now the local news in detail. Deputy Director General of Health Services says that the overall COVID-19 cases reported in the country yesterday stands at 52,229. 43,267 persons have been recovered from the disease. He said the death toll rises to 247. Another new 69 COVID-19 cases have been identified yesterday. He also stated that 14,329 PCR tests have been conducted in 27 laboratories during the last 24 hours. He also explained views regarding the entering of new variant of the virus to the country. Chairman of the State Pharmaceutical Corporation Specialist Dr. Prasanna Gunasekara says that the necessary data needed to monitor the vaccines to be given for the eradication of COVID-19 virus could be given on Monday to the Pharmaceutical Regulatory Authority. It will be conducted with the mediation of the corporation. He made these remarks participating in the Subarsi program of the SLBC today. A joint program will be prepared to promote tourism activities in the vicinity of the wildlife zones. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said that this new program will be implemented with the support of provincial councils and the local government bodies. He stated this at the Economic Committee meeting held at the Monaragala district yesterday. The district includes the Yala, Lunugam-Vehera, Galloya and Udawalawa national sanctuaries. 600 million rupees has been allocated to develop these sanctuaries. This news is brought to you by Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Save your card with a balance transfer facility from People's Bank. More details at peoplesbank.lk.
Continuing local news, Mathale District Secretary S.M.E.K. Pereira says that solutions have been provided for many problems of the people in the Wilgamua, Himbiakkada Grama Niladhari divisions in the Mathale district under the Gama Samaga Pilisandarak program. Accordingly, a mobile service has been conducted to provide solutions for the land issues of the people. Several solutions have also been provided for problems of housing, dairy farmers and problems in schools. DIG Ajit Rohana says that 6 persons tested positive with COVID-19 through 504 random rapid antigen tests conducted yesterday on those leaving the Western Province. He said that steps have been taken to resume rapid antigen tests at 11 exit points in the Western Province from yesterday. Meanwhile, the spokesman said that random rapid antigen tests will also be conducted on passengers or the drivers and conductors of long-distance buses operating from Colombo, especially to northern and eastern provinces, and also on school van drivers and their assistants. Accordingly, 2 persons have been found infected with COVID-19 through rapid antigen tests conducted on 103 passengers who were leaving Colombo by long-distance buses. In addition, 184 persons at weekly fare in the Western Province and 36 school van drivers and assistants were subject to random antigen tests, but none of them tested positive. Meanwhile, 137 persons have been taken into custody for not wearing face masks in the Western Province yesterday. One person has been confirmed of the infection with the virus among them. The Thai Pongal festival organized by the SLBC was held at the corporation this morning. The ceremony was held under the patronage of the chairman of the corporation, Visharada Jagat Vikramasinghe, and Director General Chandrapala Liyanage. The chairman said at the event the SLBC is acting giving priority in nationality, religious, social and cultural activities. The Director General stated that this day is celebrated locally and among foreign Tamil communities as a cultural festival of Tamil people. He said measures will be taken to give priority for cultural festivals even with the COVID pandemic situation. With that, we conclude the local news. The main news story follows.
Save your card with a balance transfer facility from People's Bank. Transfer the balance of another credit card to a People's Bank credit card with the lowest interest rate. More details at www.peoplesbank.lk.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddha Alepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddha Alepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddha Alepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Fisheries Minister Douglas Devananda says that the people in the Trincomalee district should act to take maximum use of projects and job opportunities given to them by the government through the President's Saubhagya Dakma program. He made these remarks at the Progressive Committee meeting held at the District Secretary office recently to uplift the national local industries. That came to you in our main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddha Alepa Vidya Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddha Alepa.
In Watchlight, State Minister of Skills Development, Vocational Education, Research and Innovation, Sita Arambepola, says that a special program has been implemented to identify talented youth and children in rural areas and to direct them for new innovations. This program will be implemented in parallel to uplift the rural economy. She made an observation tour at the Ratnapura Technological College recently. She also paid her attention to enhance the talents and skills of the youth and children. That came to you in Watchlight. A bulletin of world news follows.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
The headlines of the world news. Trump impeached for inciting U.S. Capitol riot. South Korea court upholds 20-year jail term for ex-leader. Archaeologists find the world's oldest animal cave painting in Indonesia. Now the world news in detail. The U.S. House of Representatives have impeached President Donald Trump for incitement of insurrection at last week's Capitol riot. The Republicans sided with Democrats to impeach the president by 232 to 197. He is the first president in U.S. history to be impeached twice or charged with crimes by Congress. Mr. Trump, a Republican, will now face a trial in the Senate where, if convicted, he could face being barred from ever holding office again. But he is at no risk of having to quit the White House before his term ends in 1 week because the Senate will not reconvene in time. South Korea's Supreme Court has upheld a 20-year jail term for former President Park Geun-hye, who was found guilty of abuse of power and coercion. The ruling today upheld a reduced jail term given to Park in July after she was originally sentenced to serve a prison term of around 30 years. Prosecutors had tried to appeal against that reduction. Park, South Korea's first female president, was toppled from power in 2017 over a vast corruption scandal. The court today also upheld her fine of $1.7 million. Archaeologists have discovered the world's oldest known animal cave painting in Indonesia, a wild pig believed to be drawn 45,500 years ago. Painted using dark red ochre pigment, the life-sized picture of the Sulawesi water pig appears to be part of a narrative scene. The picture was found in the Leanteong cave in a remote valley on the island of Sulawesi. It provides the earliest evidence of human settlement of the region. With that, we conclude the world news. Prior to concluding, the headlines of the foreign news once again. Trump impeached for inciting U.S. Capitol riot. South Korea court upholds 20-year jail term for ex-leader. Archaeologists find world's oldest animal cave painting in Indonesia. With that, we conclude the world news. The development news follows.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In development news, State Minister for Rural Roads and Other Infrastructure, Nima Lanza, said that the proposed road development activities, road widening and construction of tunnels will be expedited to reduce traffic congestion in Kandy. The State Minister was speaking at a meeting of the Rural Infrastructure Development Committee in the Kandy district on Tuesday at the district secretariat regarding the scope of the ministry. That ends development news. Next up is the sports news. In sports news, the first test match between visiting England team and the Sri Lanka team is being played at present in Galle. Sri Lanka team won the toss and decided to bat first. Sri Lanka team scored 65 runs for 3 wickets. Lahiru Thirimana was out for 4 runs and Kushal Janit Pereira was out of 20 runs. Kushal Mendes was out for no runs. That was the sports news. The business news follows. Taking a look at the business news, Shilpa Brahaspathinda trade exhibition is being conducted at the Diyatha Uyana Battaramulla today as well. It will be held from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. The exhibition will be conducted on every Thursday in order to provide a better market for handicraft industrialists. This has been organized by the State Ministry of Rural, Industrial Promotion and the National Craft Council. That ends business news.
Economic News, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The overall turnover of the Colombo stock market has exceeded 6 billion rupees continuously for the 6th day as of yesterday. The overall stock market index has increased up to 7,282 and the capital has been increased up to 3.18 trillion rupees. That was economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Finally, it's a look at the weather report. The Met Department says several spells of showers will occur in northern, north central, eastern and over provinces and in the Matale and Nuwara districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places elsewhere after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters, can be expected at some places. That was the weather report. Prior to concluding this bulletin of news, the headlines once again. The overall corona cases reported from the country exceeds 52,000. The necessary data needed to monitor the vaccines to be given for the eradication of COVID-19 virus could be given on Monday. A joint program to promote tourism industry in sanctuary zones. Several solutions were provided to people in Himbeakada village under the program of Gamasamaga Pilisandarak. With that, we conclude the news.